Hello there. Hello. It has been a while. It has been too long. But here I am again. I'm feeling quite tired. But how about you? How are you? All of you doing? It's probably not gonna be a very long stream because I'm really feeling tired. And when I announced the stream, I was doing fine, and then during the afternoon, I was just sinking down. My energy has been dropping. I don't know why, but anyways, still gonna be fine. So, hey Lucid, hey, how you doing? Glad to see you here. It has been a while to see you in my stream. Well, because I haven't been streaming for a long time. But yeah. Look who is here. Okay, let me actually go over here. Yeah. It's been a minute, yeah. It definitely is good to be back for sure. Even though I'm feeling tired right now, it's still good that I stream and I try to get back to it. And there's a cutie. This is Absolotl. Absolotl, the axolotl. A little bit confusing, I know. But look at this guy. I mean, you've already seen that little guy, but now you see from a different perspective, a different lighting situation. I don't know. I guess the purple light goes pretty well with this little guy. Yeah, that's Absolotl, and it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm really happy that I want that little guy. Oh man, just look at him. Just the face is just so adorable. And I especially also like the tail a lot. It turned out really nicely. The shape of it. And knowing how she was sewing it all together makes it even more special. Knowing what the tricks were behind it. I mean, I cannot recall everything perfectly, of course. But I learned a few things. Even though I'm not really good at sewing myself, but oh well. That's a poopable snoot for sure. Boop. And yeah, I wanna also this little guy also kind of like the shape of him when he's like standing up like this reminds me of a Korok. Waddle. It just needs the little jangly sound and then it's perfect. I'm being silly here. Yeah. Also, Kitty is doing fine. Let me switch over to this screen here. So, what I want to do, and I actually had that idea before I even got this little guy. I mean, I already won it, but he didn't arrive yet. And so I actually had that idea for over a month at this point. Well, wait, no, that doesn't check out. No, but for a couple of weeks for sure. Not a month. My sense of time is just non-existent. So I want to make some drawings of the little guy, just for fun. It's just for fun. It's just because I had some silly ideas and I want to draw them. That's all. That's basically it. I'm not gonna really do much special with it. So as I said before, and as the title says, his name is Absolotl, and so I'm gonna make some little jokes with that name. And you will see later what I mean with that. But yeah, having him like here and being able to like look at him from all sorts of perspectives is gonna be very useful for drawing him, because yeah, I have a live model right in front of me. It's gonna be very useful. Is it me or you suggest a doodle idea? Of course you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I'm not funny. So, maybe I can place the little guy over here, but it's not on the camera. It's a bit hard to keep him still in frame. What am I gonna do with you? I can't really... I already tried actually, but putting him on my head is... He wasn't made for that. His spell is a bit too round. Yeah, so normally his normal spot is like right here on the shelf at this corner, and so in the future he will also stay there, and he will always be on stream on the camera when I stream and when I make videos. So he's gonna be our new friend, and he's gonna stay with us. Him sitting in a bucket of water with just a little head. Oh, that's cute. That sounds very cute. Yeah. Definitely can do that. Yeah. So I would normally put him on the shelf, but right now I need him in front of me so I can look at this little guy from all sorts of perspectives and make some proper sketches. So yeah, I don't really have a spot where to put him, so you can also see him at the... Well, actually, I have a second camera, so yeah, I can do that. So let me put him maybe right over here. What is she gonna do? Why are you licking him? Hopper, don't lick him. Okay, that's better. Just ignore him, okay? That's better than just... Jeez. I posted some pictures of her first reaction to him, and yeah, she was also back then behaving very weirdly, where it just stepped over him and then just tried to wrestle the little guy and attack him. I don't know why. She's very weird around him. But for the most part, she doesn't really care all too much. They're bonding. You could call it that, yes. It's a form of bonding. What kind of bonds they're having, I don't know. But oh well. So... But yeah, how are you doing, Lucid? Hope you're doing fine. I mean, it hasn't been all that long since I've been hanging out in your streams, but still. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice day so far. So, well, now I need that little guy, because I want to do bird sketch. The first one I'm gonna keep very simple. It's just very standard, just to have like, hey, this is Absolotl, this is little guy, and just a standard pose that he's in. And then we will do some special sketches. And I'm just at first gonna do a bunch of sketches without doing the actual outlining and coloring. Just so that we get on a bunch of ideas. So, of course, we're gonna start with the head. This is pretty standard fare with like drawing characters. And his head shape is quite interesting because it's not like a perfect oval, but has that little guy has a bit of an underbite, so he's a bit sloped in that way at the front. So from certain angles, it becomes pretty obvious. But if you look at him from the front, it's just oval. It's just, yeah, pretty simple. But also, I'm probably not gonna follow his proportions perfectly. Yeah, because I want to do all sorts of stuff. I did a bit of tidying up today, so I'm feeling not so lazy. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've been productive. Also, I'm noticing right now that the nib of my pen is quite sharp already, so I'm gonna need to adjust it a little bit. What I'm doing right now is just sanding the nib to be more round again. It doesn't scratch the screen too much. Not only is it better for the screen, but also it feels weird if it's like scratchy and not smooth. I actually want to do a video about doing exactly that at some point. Because nibs are not, they're not cheap. They're weirdly overpriced. And so being able to use them for a long time actually saves you quite some money. It's got a white mocha from a coffee shop. It's been long since I've been to one of those. Yeah, it's been a while. Haven't really been out at all ever since the pandemic started. Well, before the pandemic I also haven't really been out a lot. But yeah, it has been a while. But I'm glad for you that you were able to do that. Didn't you say that you already got your vaccine, or did you say that you're gonna get it soon? What was it again? It's a bit hard for me to keep track of who got vaccinated now and who hasn't yet, because like there are so many people to keep track of, and my memory is terrible. So I'm sorry for that. So. Okay, also the eyes are a bit lower actually, so if that would be the center line, the eyes would be below the center line. Top of the head is a bit pointier. No vaccine yet. My age and lack of conditions puts me at the back of the queue. Oh. I'm hoping to get at least the first one before the new term starts though. Yeah, that would be good. When are your terms? When are your semesters? because I don't really know how it works in the UK or university students. I remember you saying that you were working on your like final exams and stuff sometime in August. August? I haven't been informed yet. Okay. In August. Exams are all done. That's great. Okay, so for you, it's a bit earlier. Like for us, the summer vacations always started at the beginning of July, and then last for 2 months for normal students, school students. I mean, non-university, like below 18. And then for university students, it's actually 3 months, so all the way until the end of September. Why university students get 1 month more, I don't really know. It's actually a bit too much in my opinion, but oh well. And so I guess in the UK it's like shifted 1 month. So for you it started in what, June? Like just recently? Or like was it even? We normally get off in late June, but this year is an exception. Ah, okay. It's a different Scotland to England. Oh, ah, complicated. Yeah, different countries have different ways to handle that sort of stuff, apparently. Oh well. I need a little vest or something to put this guy on. Oh well. I can just one-hand it. The mouth is it's pretty simple. It's just this cutie face. And the eyes are like almost the same level as the mouth. They have a bit of a tilt. A little bit angled. Not perfectly circular. I have something. Just get this little box here and okay. You can't see it, but now I have him elevated in front of me so I can look at him at a better angle. So hey Plip, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. But yeah, I gotta show him. I mean, you already know how he looks, but here he is. Let me also zoom in. There's a little guy. Doing great, that's good to hear. It's going alright. Just started, so haven't really done any progress, but we'll get there. So adorable. You did a great job, I really have to say. It's just, you can really feel that this is high quality. Never really had a plush like that. It's like soft but also firm. The stitches and everything are very clean. And now I know how Minky actually feels. Like that's good to know. The fabric that is named after me. I'm supposed to know, of course, how it feels like, at least. Also, it's nice to see how the embroidery looks actually from close up. This is really cool. Or how clean it is. I mean, I can't really put him too close, otherwise the light is getting messed up, but yeah. And especially love the tail. It's just one of my favorite things about the little guy. It feels like clouds, yes, it's so soft. I'm also a fan of Minky. Now I definitely am. So, I'll put him back. I'm sorry that you're not really able to see him. The camera is a bit in a weird position. There we go. Got a bit cut off. Well, maybe I can like let him peek in here a little bit. You can only see the top of his head. Oh well. Okay. I can't really do that. The box is gonna fall over. We stand Mink and Minky. Well, the first one, I hope so, because it's my channel. But yeah, Minky also, definitely. We stand Minky here. False alarm. So it also narrows down at the side of the head a little bit. And then you have, what are they called again? Little stalks, little exterior gills. That's what they're called. Blip makes her own line of fabric and paint. That's the $1 million idea. Absolutely. And it will be even softer than Minky. Like you would expect it can't be softer than that. It's impossible. This is already the pinnacle of softness. But then there's gonna be Plippy. And it's just gonna conquer the world in a storm of softness. What would Plippy feel like though? So soft that it drives you crazy. It drives you into chaos. It's that good. But with an occasional patch of super long pile for it. The eyes are also fairly close to the mouth. Gotta keep that in mind. And getting this other eye right in perspective is a bit more difficult. The tail at the back. Nice little curve. I got you on while I'm cooking, so I'm gonna sort of lurk. Alright. Have a nice lurk. Enjoy cooking. What are you gonna cook? What's on the menu today? Butternut squash and spring green salad with bulgur wheat. Half of these things I don't even know what they are, but they sound good. It's just my English is not sufficient for knowing what it is. Let me Google it, because I'm curious. Butternut squash. Sounds interesting. Well, with a squash, and then from Australia. Looks nice. Then bulgur wheat, like a special sort of wheat. Okay. I see. Hey there, Leia. How are you doing? What app am I using? I'm using Clip Studio Paint. Squash is like pumpkin, but long. Yes, indeed. It's a very accurate description. So, this is the first sketch, just basically copy it from the model itself. Let's do something else. Let's let him maybe stand up a little. do a little dance. Let's see. Yeah, let's at first just make a normal oval shape to have the base. And then just do that little, make the top a bit pointier, the sides. Actually, the first streamer to pronounce your name right. Is that so? Leia. Like, that sounds pretty normal to me, how you would normally pronounce it. Is everybody else saying like Aaliyah or I don't know what? Well, I'm glad that I got it right. It's a bit difficult to not make him kind of cross-eyed look with these highlights of his. And so, what has everybody been working on recently? Have you done some drawing, some painting? How is it going with your art efforts? Gonna make this, what are they called again? Like, it's just these gills here, a bit floppy. Like he's dancing around and flopping, flopping them around a little bit. Left inspired by the Minecraft skin I made. I might make another one. Yeah, it turned out really well. It looks very cute, very cool. And as you said, it's nice to have a miner skin that is not like the stereotypical miner of like this some dirty guy in overalls. Been working on some lace knitting. Oh, that's nice. Lace knitting. It certainly sounds complicated, but I suppose if you have sorry, if you have a good pattern, then might not be that bad. Are you gonna maybe show it off next stream, what you've been making? Definitely would be interesting. I want to make a gemologist, crystallographer type look next. A bit difficult for me to pronounce, but that's cool. Yeah, I'll show it off on Wednesday if I remember. Cool. Looking forward to seeing that. So let's see, the little body. I'm gonna make him stand up and do a little dance. So the body shape itself is kind of like, looks like the Star Trek symbol, this little arrow. and then the little stubby arms. Alright. The neck is not all too thick. Little blap is the best, yeah. I love blappy faces. Waddling around. Ah, it's cute. I already love drawing this little guy, for sure. It's not too tricky, the little fiddly part is keeping track of your pattern repeats. Ah, I see. You just need to be focused. You can't get too distracted, I suppose. What's the second face? Okay. I see Among Us. Yeah. Oh my god, yes. If you just subtract the head, it's almost, yeah. Amazing. But that little guy would be too innocent to be in a game like that. It's just would get decimated. He's just too nice. Or is he? Well, the next sketches that I want to make might show some different sides of him. Not right now. He's very cute and stuff. He's innocent, I swear. Hey, don't play. How you doing? Don't worry about it. The work calls go first, of course. Glad to see you here. Where was it? was in O2, I swear. Yes, exactly. Or he was just at the gym, just working out. Because, and you're gonna see soon why. I'm very glad to see all of you. It's very nice to have you here. I definitely missed streaming quite a lot. I haven't been really streaming because, first of all, like 2 weeks ago, the internet was just completely crazy and the internet provider had some problems. I was not the only one who had issues. Some of my friends also said that their internet has been really slow and spotty. And then last week I'm gonna be honest, just too distracted with video game. Yeah. I also haven't really been done any work. It's just every now and then I have to succumb to a gaming addiction just to get it out of my system, and then I'm fine for a while. I gotta be careful about that, of course, but if it's a game that it's finishable, then it's fine, and it's not like something like an MMO or whatever. Meow meow, where are you? What you doing? Just going outside. Or not? Are you struggling? Now. A little squad going, yeah. I definitely love the community that you built up, Clip. So many lovely people that I got to know. I know the feeling. I've been absolutely obsessed with Mass Effect the last couple of weeks, so I'm really behind on other stuff. Yeah, well, every now and then it's just meow meow. What is it? Hmm? Meow meow. Want attention? Yes, I like it. But. Oh. Speaking of bad decisions, I have an announcement to make. Ooh. What is it? I made it over the weekend. And they were having points redemptions bonus, so I managed to get an Animal Crossing Switch for around $70 and $300 worth of points. Okay, you mean like what kind of points? Like Nintendo points? I'm a little bit confused. But either way, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I have seen the Animal Crossing design for the Switch console, and it looks really cute. It looks really nice. So that's awesome for you. $70. Wow, that's really good. Oh, it is the local retailer loyalty points. Ah, okay. They traded $200 worth of points for $300. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's great. That's a good use for your points for sure. And so you finally got the Switch. That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna guess you're gonna play Animal Crossing on it. And are there some other games that you wanna get for the Switch? What's on your list? Meow meow. Why are you so crazy? All over the place. She needs to calm down again. She's just getting crazy while I'm streaming. It's the same every time. What's the special? I got a free Xbox One last time. Ooh, nice. I guess you're really loyal to them to get so many points. I actually had a Switch before, but my friend borrowed. But my friend borrowed it since quarantine, and I don't think I'm going to get it back. Ah, okay. Alright. Did you just make that agreement, or is it just too awkward at this point to ask it back, or I don't know what's going on, but well, now you have a new one that is even better, so that's great. I really want to play the Hyrule Zelda Dynasty Warriors game. Ah, the Hyrule Warriors game. Yeah, I played the regular one on the Switch, and it was really fun. I mean, it like you could keep on playing pretty much forever. It's at some point you got to stop. But it has been a lot of fun, and I definitely want to try out the new one. What was it called again? The Hyrule Warriors 2, let's call it that. The Breath of the Wild version. Why are you so whiny? Kitty. Meow meow. Just doesn't stop. He's so upset about something. How dare I pay attention to other people? So, the pun is Absolotl, and so he has Absolotl. Get it? He's buff. I don't know how to draw abs, but you get the idea. No, I gotta be buffer looking, come on. It looks weird. I have no idea how to draw abs. I don't really know how to draw humans in particular, and definitely not buff dudes. So it is very awkward to me. How to draw abs, like, okay, let's look it up. Alright, I've been missing a lot. The reason why she borrowed it was because she really loves Animal Crossing, and so she wanted to play it when it came out, but the Switch is a lot of money. I see. And she's still playing it every day. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the problem with the Switch is you can't really just exchange games. You just... if you have a game, it's just only, and you have a file, like you have a save file on one Switch, you can only play it on that particular Switch with that cartridge or like that copy. And I don't know, I don't really like that principle, but it's what we got. So yeah, I understand, since she has been playing it every single day, and just having to give it up would be too bad. But it's really nice of you that you let her have it. Really scared of the Fire Emblem's permadeath. Ooh. And your favorite has been Three Houses. Yeah, it also has been one of my favorites, Blip. Which probably doesn't surprise you, since we already talked about it quite a lot. Yeah, have no shame in save scumming, it's just... use it. And even though even if you wouldn't play it in a way that what I'm trying to say. I just like the challenge of it, of like the permadeath challenge. Because it really makes you consider your moves, and it's just not gonna storm in and just everybody dies, but as long as just the professor survives, it's fine. Yeah. Well, you know my name. I can save scum like multiple times and still play it poorly. I mean, there are also different difficulty levels, so if you're not too familiar with like tactics games like that, then just play it on the easier mode and it's totally fine. For a game like that, it's also important to just being able to enjoy the story and not let the game be ruined by its difficulty. I know. That's why you're really scared to play Animal Crossing 2. Because of the permadeath feature. Yeah, it's brutal, yeah. Abs, I'm terrified of it, yes. That's the point. You wouldn't expect it, but a little guy, you shouldn't mess with him. You should not mess with him. So how am I gonna draw this? I don't want to have like packs. I just want to have the abs and nothing else. But it's just kind of awkward to draw. I can't really exaggerate it too much too. I've been also thinking about like actually just making it a lot of abs, not just a six-pack, but he already has a very small belly, and just packing so many abs on it is just, it would get a bit too ridiculous. I guess that kind of looks like it's supposed to, I don't know. Buff Absolotl is everything. Looks like gonna save the world. Yes, or frighten the world, whatever it might be. And before anti-lock braking system or what? Anti-lock braking system, oh lol. Okay. Was asking me, the kitty name is Hoko, as in Hokori. Yeah, that's right. You remembered correctly. Hokori, so like warm and fluffy. There is also a command for that. I'm so far behind in chat. You should get some food. Alright. It has been a while, but I hope you got some good food. I'll bring Fire Emblem up at any opportunity. Well, can't blame me for that. It is a very good game. And even before Three Houses, I've been a fan of Fire Emblem. Enjoyed the games quite a lot. It's a Canadian retailer which was later bought up by one of the biggest grocery chains. Ah, I see. It's one of my free go-to conversation topics. Alright, so you got Fire Emblem. You got Roller Derby, that's the name. I'm so bad with remembering words. And you got Sewing. Or like, just like general knitting, sewing, that kind of stuff. Well, if you think about it, you have way more, but yeah. Was playing through Fire Emblem Warriors and everyone I knew were siblings and more siblings. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors. I got it. I gave it a short try and I was not very impressed with it, and it wasn't really successful from what I know. I don't know. I think Hyrule Warriors is definitely better. It seems like a huge family gathering. Yeah, it's like... I don't know how the Fire Emblems are connected, if they are even connected in some kind of way. But yeah, putting it all together into one pot is kind of awkward. I also got a capture card. Ooh, nice. Genki's Shadowcast, which will let me stream it with a very little delay, supposedly. So I can try streaming some Switch games too. That's awesome. And also, that reminds me, I think... Actually... I definitely should correct now. I haven't been following you yet. So let me do that right now. There we go. And everybody else is invited to follow Don't Play too on Twitch. So in addition to the music streams that you've been talking about, you also wanna make some gaming streams too. That's awesome. Some Switch games, nice. Switch stream. Absolutely tons of apps. Yes, you got the idea. I don't know if I can prepare both music streams, Switch stream at once. That would be a challenge. That would be a challenge. I mean, there is the challenge of playing games on a Guitar Hero guitar. Isn't that kind of like plasticky thing? Some people have done it. I guess that would count as playing games and playing music at the same time. In a way. Yeah, I mean, whatever you're gonna stream, I'm gonna definitely show up and cheer you on. Especially during the first streams. You can be a bit nervous because you're not really used to it, but don't worry about it. And you already got some nice friends who are gonna be there for you, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You will see that you'll be able to relax very quickly if you got the right people in your chat. Previously the retailer had Animal Crossing Switch out of stock. So I'm very surprised I was able to put in an order. Oh yeah. Yeah, when it came out, I'm pretty sure it, like, everybody wanted it. It was immediately out of stock. But apparently the hype has waned a little bit, and you were able to get one. That's nice. Out of all the Switch designs, that one might actually be the most popular. Not popular as in made the most sales, but popular as in most people like the design of it. And I can definitely see that. Maybe they will tell me that they are actually out of stock and cancel my order. That would suck. I hope not. I hope not. I mean, they should just tell you up front. That would be the normal thing to do, the proper thing to do. Well, I normally stream Path of Exile and League of Legends. Oh, so you have already been streaming. It really has been about time that I followed you. I'm sorry about that. That also sounds very interesting. I played a bit of Path of Exile, and then those kind of games are not good for me because, as I said before, I am prone to fall into the pit of gaming addiction. And if it's a game like Path of Exile, which basically has no end, I'm just gonna get consumed, and I really have to pull myself out of it in order to stop. So yeah, and League of Legends was kind of like that too, but it was a bit easier to get out of it because yeah, lots of toxic people over there. Yeah, ever since then I haven't really been playing any competitive games anymore. At least online, that is, with strangers. With friends I can still play stuff like Smash Bros and stuff. It's fine. It's still a lot of fun. There's a streamer I follow who finished Dark Souls and Dance Dance Revolution Dance Mat. Oh my god. That must have been a nightmare. Well, they really know the way around Dark Souls then, I suppose. She also has a super adorable pet rabbit. Oh, that's nice. Very cute. The good thing about Path of Exile is that the campaign ends. I mean, yeah, but then you can like repeat it and you level up more and like, and this is how I got trapped into it. Or you make a new character because you want to try out different skills, and yeah. There is a lot you can do in that game, and it has been like I don't know, like 5 years or something ever since I played it, and at this point there has been so much stuff added to it as far as I know. So yeah, League of Legends I only play bots. Ah yeah, that's right. You mentioned that. That's probably for the better. Yeah, I gotta say, even though back then the bots were really dumb, I actually enjoyed those matches more than normal matches. Like, yeah. If there would be a good League of Legends game, but single player, I would really enjoy it. I would be definitely hyped for that. You have returned, wonderful. Lucy is back. Have you got? What do you have for nom noms? If you play with us, then we'll have 4 people. Then we find one more and we'll have a team. That's cool, but I'm definitely not gonna go back to League of Legends. I'm sorry. It's just, I regret the time that I spent with that game already. So yeah. But thanks for the offer. But I'm gonna stay away from competitive games, even if it's with friends. I haven't really been playing League of Legends myself, but if there's some groom game fun, I'll join. Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is it's for free, so you don't have to put in the money in order to play with your game with your friends. You can just like drop in, try it out, play a few rounds with your friends, and if you find out that you don't really enjoy it all that much, you just can drop out of it at any point. No problem whatsoever. You don't have like that commitment when you also put that money into it. I mean, everybody is gonna be bad at the beginning, Clip. It's just how it is. So, yeah. But I'm sure the others would totally understand it and would be supportive. It's fine. What do you mean? I was going to take it easy on Path of Exile this season, but then another streamer was following, started playing, so I made new characters and helped get her gear. Yeah, that's also the trap. Seeing other people play certain games is just like, you really want to play them yourself again too. It's just, I really should be drawing a little bit more, but it's just, I don't want to miss anything in chat or fall behind too far. Maybe I should add packs? I don't know. Should I? Nah, it looks weird. I'm just gonna leave it with the apps. Oops. I don't know. I don't know how to draw apps. I'm not gonna be perfectionist about it. You get the joke. Let's move on. It's buff. It's strong. I feel like people aren't as toxic on bots. When people get angry, we're just like, it's bots. It doesn't matter. We're going to win anyways. Having said that, I think Lucid and I lost an intermediate bots game. Oh, it's already... They have different difficulty levels, I see. Back then when I was playing League of Legends, there was not really a difficulty level, it just was bots and they were super easy and dumb and... yeah. Gotta eat? Alright, Plip. Thanks for dropping by and hope you enjoy your meal. I will certainly post the drawings later in Discord, so everybody can enjoy the little guy. And the same for me with Valorant at the moment. I've been playing a lot with friends, but I wouldn't want to get serious with it. If you can like be like that, like you just play with friends, you have fun, but you're not like get too deep into it and then like you really try to get good and get all the meta and all that stuff. Now you're just gonna enjoy it with friends, and that's the healthy way to play these sort of games. That's just not how I tick. That's That's the problem. When I start a game like that, I want to reach I want to level. I want to reach maximum numbers, and it's just unfortunately how I play, and I gotta be careful about that. This is like oftentimes with RPG games and stuff like that, or like tactics games like Fire Emblem, where I try to optimize everything, try to get the good numbers and do all the quests properly and be perfectionist about it. And it's just, I can't do that with those sort of games when they already have an end, and then just at the end, when I reach the end and I was like perfectionist about it and stuff, then I'm satisfied. But with a never-ending game like those kind of competitive games, there is no top ceiling other than, you know, like top gamers, but I'm never gonna get there, and I don't even want to try. So yeah, it's just I wanna stay away from that. Or games that are just not about optimization, but just having a chill time. Like games that are just story based. There is no optimization in there, you just enjoy the story. And that's fine. Like Undertale, for example, doesn't really have that much optimization stuff. So just play the game and dodge some stuff and have fun. Alright. I see streamers doing some pretty crazy endgames things, like crafting and stuff, and just taking my time and doing little things I can and getting currency. Yeah. Path of Exile can definitely get crazy if you try to be perfectionist about it. Yeah, that was the problem. So I need to stay away from it. And there is just so much, the whole skill tree which is like super complex, and you want to have the best path to get the best skills for your build, and oh man. I tend to get shaky with competitive games, and Valorant is by far the most shaky making game I've played. Yeah, that's also the thing. It's really stress inducing for me to play competitive games. I get like my heart starts pumping, and I get like sweaty, and I don't really enjoy that feeling all too much, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, in the moment you're absorbed into it, but then you're just exhausted afterwards, and if it's like with like a bunch of toxic people, then you have that adrenaline, but also you get angry, and it's just like high energy angry, and it's a bad feeling. All the Final Fantasies have insane grinds. Yeah. I mean, some are better about it than others, but yeah, I definitely stopped playing some Final Fantasy games right before finishing them, because I wasn't high enough level for the final boss, and I would have had to grind for hours until I get the levels high up enough, and so I was just was saying fuck it, and just I haven't really missed all that much. I'm just gonna look up the ending and be done with it. Yeah. But some other Final Fantasy games are a bit better about it. So like, I stopped playing Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy 1 a bit earlier, before the final boss, because they were too grindy at the end. but the other ones like 7, 10, which one was the MMO again? 11 or 12? I think it was 12. Or 11. Well, I played 11 or 12, whichever is not the MMO. Final Fantasy 12 is Sky Pirates. Ah yeah, okay, so 11 is the MMO, yeah, okay. So I played Final Fantasy 12 too. I also played the second Final Fantasy 10 game with the pop star stuff, and it was kind of weird, but I still played it and I still kind of enjoyed it. Final Fantasy 13, which was a bit weak, I'm gonna be honest. And I haven't played Final Fantasy 15. It didn't seem too interesting to me, to be quite honest. The idea of just a group of boys driving around in a car didn't seem too... it didn't really speak all too well to me personally. And so I just watched a let's play of it to just kind of get the idea of what's going on in that game. Hey there, cat. How you doing? Glad to see you here again. The bro trip, yeah, pretty much. That's the summarization of the game. And I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, and actually, so I played also World of Warcraft before and some other MMOs for a short time, and I stopped pretty early. But I played World of Warcraft as a kid a lot. Way too much. Way too much. But I can make a very good comparison between World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV, therefore, and it is very different. Final Fantasy XIV was the first time when I felt like an online gaming community was actually not toxic. It's the nicest online gaming community that I know of, especially for an MMO. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, when I did some mistakes in dungeons and stuff like that, nobody really got mad at me. I might also have been lucky, but yeah, it's just very supportive. They see that you're a beginner because you have a little sprout above your name, and they're gonna be chill about it. They're not gonna judge you or be elitist or anything. No, they're just gonna let you have fun. If you make a mistake, then they're gonna understand, and yeah, it's quite nice. I've played WoW since vanilla. Last expansion is the first one I've never played. Yeah, actually I looked it up to see, because I've heard that Shadowlands, I think is the latest expansion's name, did some very different things. Like, for example, it reset the maximum level back to 60. And so I wanted to find out how they actually did that and what they were doing about it. And the system actually sounds pretty smart, where you just level up to 60 and it doesn't take like forever. And you don't have to go through all the expansions, the previous expansions, to get to that level, but you can just choose one expansion or just like one path in order to level from, I think, level 10 to 50. So from 1 to 10 you have the normal starting stuff, and then you can choose which path you want to go, and the leveling is adjusted accordingly in that expansion world. And that's pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest about it. And then from 50 to 60 it's the Shadowlands content. Not bad, but I'm still not gonna get into it because it's still more or less the same game and the same community. Well, not really the same community, because a lot of people who, what I've heard, a lot of people who play World of Warcraft have been playing World of Warcraft for a long time. And they know a lot of things, and they're just like, if you don't know as much as they do, then they're just gonna get mad and or I don't know, make fun of you, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just not into it. The game itself is fun, but it's an online game. I want to stay away from online games. That's all there is to it. Max level 60 is amazing, yeah. It definitely doesn't feel so grindy and unachievable anymore. Like when you have to, like, I don't know how high it got up to, like 120 or something like that. I don't even know. But yeah, it's just like, the higher the number goes, for new players it would seem like either you invest months in order to level up one character, or you just spend money in order to get the character level up, and you don't really want to do that. You don't really want to have to do that. But with all of that being said, I really like the leveling and class system of Final Fantasy XIV. The fact that you can just play one character when you have all the classes and all the jobs available to you is so nice. I really like that system quite a lot. And there are just so many different ways you can level. I mean, there's the main story, and that normally gets up your level, of course. But then, if you want to level up some other classes, and you already are through the story, then you can just do all sorts of things. It's pretty cool. And the fact that dungeons are level adjusted, or like not the dungeons are level adjusted, but you adjust your level to the dungeons. So a lot of old dungeons are still gonna be relevant, and that's very cool in my opinion. Yeah, the gearing events was geared for the next expansion. Oh, okay. What streamers played? None of the streamers that I normally watch play World of Warcraft. Well, there's one dude who occasionally plays it with some friends, but I think it was only the classic WoW stuff. which I've already seen, so was not really too interested in watching that sort of stuff. And this one is like, this other place is in danger. Sorry, don't care. Yeah, just like. Yeah, Final Fantasy very good about that. Memorize all. Yeah, also the classes feel very different from each other. Like in World of Warcraft, for example, you compare Mage and Warlock. Either you spam a lot of firebolts and make guys burn, or you spam shadow bolts. You just spam some kind of bolts or some kind of rays and stuff, and just look out for all of your cooldowns. But the classes in Final Fantasy XIV, I mean, it's also about that, about, you know, always looking out for your cooldowns and stuff. But also they have their own unique mechanics to them. Like the Black Mage being all about pendling around between, like what was it? Like being between fire and ice all the time. So the mana goes up and down all the time, and you have to have like some kind of rhythm to it. And other stuff. I haven't really played the classes all too far, so, and it's been a while. But yeah, it's cool. It's like every class has their own kind of mechanic, which kind of feels like its own mini game in a sense. So, the other idea that I had, so Absolotl has Absolotl, but also Absolotl, the absolute leader, the absolute ruler. Do not mess with this guy, he has an entire army. He is very little but very powerful. And his reign cannot be questioned. But don't worry, he is a good leader. You just don't question it. That's all. That's all you gotta do. He is what you would call a dictator. Yes. But he's not a cruel dictator. He actually does some very good things. And is very fair to his subjects. The only thing is just you don't question his authority. That's all. That's all. And don't want to find out if what happens if you do. I don't want to find out. Let's have a little crown maybe too. It maybe kind of looks like the gills. How to design a nice little crown? Nah. Maybe like that, I don't know. There we go. This is Absolotl, the absolute ruler. So smug, yes. I mean, he's definitely in a position where he can be smug. Some flames. I don't know. Let's not overdo it. So those were the ideas that I had. It's silly, I know. Maybe he has some kind of like wear something. What does a king wear even? Wear a dictator? Some kind of like what would you call it? There we go. Doesn't it look pompous and almighty? I have a small question. Do you have aphantasia? Because I only learned about it a little bit ago. Also in aphantasia there are levels to how bad, and for me I can't imagine anything. I'm not familiar with the term, so let me actually look it up what it means. Like aphantasia. So does it mean that don't have a very good imagination? Inability to voluntarily create mental images in one's mind. The phenomenon was okay. I see. I personally would not say that I do. I mean, yeah, some things are easier for me to imagine than others, and I definitely see that other people, other artists have a way better imagination than I do, and like are able to create mental images much better than I. But I wouldn't say that I'm on the spectrum of aphantasia. I'm sorry that you are. You said there are several levels, so I hope it's just like a very light level for you, where it just like have troubles with a few things. It looks very mighty, yes. And then also I would like to draw the little cute idea that Lucid had. So let's have a little bucket. I'm probably not gonna do the outlining stuff, I'm just gonna leave it as sketches. And maybe I will do the proper rendering at another time. But for this stream I don't want to overdo it. Also, as expected, my tiredness is definitely not as bad as it has been before I started streaming. The talking all that much definitely helped out.
It's okay, Hoku, it's okay.
Apparently I really got cheated by life. It is not that bad though. I mean, you're still able to make the best out of it. Just there are many different ways to make art, and even if you don't have problems imagining things in your head, you can still figure out your own kind of way to make art, and maybe just follow references a bit more than maybe others do. And it's not it does not make your art invalid, of course. Okay, so cute as always, yes. She's cleaning herself. As long as you don't clean Absolotl, it's fine. I still function normally, so it's good, yeah. Use references a lot, yeah. Then if that's your way how to make art, then that's how it is. Totally valid, of course. I mean, I talked about it quite a lot in the video that I made. You might have seen it. Morally, in my opinion, there is nothing really wrong with using references, or it doesn't make your art invalid at all. So don't feel bad about it. I saw it, and I don't need to explain what I already explained in the video. Those gills at the side, the stalks, see these floppy things, are also very nice because you can emphasize certain emotions with them too. Kind of like you would with whiskers or normal hair. And that's nice too. You can play around with it a bit. Like here in this picture, I wanna make it look relaxed. And so it's just being floppy. Bucket time, gay. He has a little towel on his head. We're going to eventually make a plush, or this little guy, or I guess I didn't explain it to you. So that little guy is here. This is Absolotl, the axolotl. I won this little guy from a suing streamer on Twitch in a raffle. I'm very happy about that because he's so cute and so soft and adorable. And yeah, I got him just a few weeks ago, and ever since then I wanted to draw him. And I was also thinking that it would be perfect to draw him on stream, because, you know, I got him from a streamer. Sorry, burpee. Yeah. And that's it. That's the whole story. He's adorable. I want to draw him, and want to make puns out of his name. There we go. Also, Kitty is gone. Oh no, he's outside. It seems. Oh well. Oh no. Absolotl can have the whole place for himself. Not quite a kitty, but oh well. Still adorable. A cool remix, yeah. I got a couple of really cool remixes in my playlist. I've been searching around long enough, so the music, of course, has to be good. But recognize the songs, yeah, there are a couple of very recognizable songs in there from Pokemon and Deltarune and stuff like that. Have I played the Undertale or Deltarune? Have I? Oh yes, I did. And there are some of my favorite games. I even made drawing tutorials during my first year of Sans, Papyrus, and Flowey. This is the stuff that I started with. Because I loved Undertale so much. And then later found out that making drawing tutorials of fan art stuff, of characters, is not really viable for me, unfortunately. But yeah. I do love these games quite a lot. Internet is struggling, sorry about that. Reminded vaguely of bathing Gerald. I don't even know where that meme comes from. I guess there is some kind of scene in The Witcher 3 or something about him bathing and... well... I only played the first Witcher game quite a long while ago. Well, there we go. Here's Absolotl taking a chill, hot, well, not chill, but relaxing hot bath in the bucket. Very cute idea, Lucid. Thank you for the suggestion. Undertale and Deltarune are some of your favorite games? That's awesome. BRB? Alright. He's so cute, yeah. Have I considered one shot yet? Yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I mentioned it already, that I want to stream it at some point. Just haven't gotten around to it yet, that's all. Still, the streams that I mostly want to focus on are drawing streams because I want to be productive. But at some point I want to get back to gaming streams, and one shot is definitely up there on the priority list. I will definitely play it on stream. Also because I want you to be able to watch me play it, since you said it's also one of your favorite games. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to play it and have you around. I assume it will be a very emotional trip, since you said it's very similar to Undertale, and just from the game art and some screenshots that I've been seeing, it looks very like, it looks definitely like the emotional type of game, which is not a problem for me at all, of course. Actually, that makes it even more interesting. Crying is a significant possibility. Alright. I will make sure to be mentally prepared. I hope you're able to see that this is not supposed to be a beard, but some kind of shadow. Well. Also, like Undertale, it might spook you at some points. No, also something that I'm totally fine with. So. I feel like doing at least one more sketch. If you got some other suggestions, then feel free to share them. Otherwise, I'm also gonna think. Kitty's not back. He's probably lying around somewhere outside. Anti-love brain system, lol. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be. I would have to look it up. Well, let's see. Let's see what it has probably something to do with cars. I'm gonna assume. Yes. I was correct. And ain't I smart? Ain't I smart with the cars and stuff? The apps thingy in cars. I don't know how to illustrate that. Stop skidding as much, essentially. Ah, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I could draw him in some kind of car form, but how to illustrate that it's supposed to be not just Carolotl, but like Absolotl, like anti-lock braking system Olotl. I think I'm too little of a mechanic to able to imagine that. But funny suggestion for sure. I'm sitting on a lily pad, that sounds cute. Oh. Yeah. Definitely a nice idea. Just let me sit down for a little bit. Kitty's not here right now, so it's plushy gray. Where is my... Did I drop it? It actually just... Maybe let me go over here. It's probably the smarter idea. There we go. Just lower the camera a little bit, so that I'm not completely cut off. I need to sit down a little bit at least. Standing for that long can be exhausting. Maybe let's also move the microphone a bit closer. You know, as a kid, I had a lot of plushies. I had like a big mountain. And then, of course, you get into the phase of a teenager when you're not interested in them at all and you just sell them on the flea market so you can buy some video games. What I did, and so I don't really have any of the plushes I did back then. Or we donated them to some kind of places where kids can have them that are poor or don't have parents, you know, that sort of stuff. But then, yeah, as you grow older, as I grew older, got out of this phase of I don't want to have any kids stuff for babies. Once I got out of that phase, I kind of miss some of my plushies, and I wish I wouldn't have given all of it away. But at the same time, like this little guy, this little fellow, feels so much more special to me somehow. Because I don't know, like the plushies that I had back then, they were cute, but none of them really had a story behind them. Not really. I mean, there was this one dog plush that I always had with me. I mean, some of them had some stories, I suppose. There was also this kind of rainbow Triceratops plush that I had. Welcome back, Cat. So as a kid, I had a lot of different phases where I was like a huge fan of certain animals or certain video game characters. And as many other kids, I had a dinosaur phase, of course. And it was like during the early years of elementary school. Meow meow. You're back. Yes. Meow. You. Yes, you saw correctly, Lucid. She's back. Also, move the tablet further back so you can see better. Well, that's even more convenient if you sit over there. Yeah, I had a huge dinosaur phase. That was mostly triggered by the movie, what was it called again? In a Land Before Our Time, or something like that? You know, with Littlefoot and Ducky and Petrie and the others. And yeah, I was so into that. I also watched the other movies, not all of them, but I really loved those kind of movies and was totally into dinosaurs. And I had this rainbow Triceratops. I don't know when we got it, and when we, like, I don't know, but we just had it, and I loved it. And there was the kind of plush that when you press it, it made a sound, and the sound it sounded like some clown honking. Like that when you pressed it. It was very obnoxious, I can tell you. But as a kid, you don't care about that sort of stuff. If you wonder what she's doing, I have water back over there on the table, and so she's drinking it right now. Yeah. So I had this plush, and I was such a big fan that I even took it with me to school and to daycare. And yeah, probably I seemed very weird for carrying that thing around, but I just loved it. Yeah. Also, welcome back, Leah. Watched it when I was younger and I loved it. Yeah, especially the first movie is very nice. And then the later movies completely changed their style and just got very sing-songy and yeah, but the first one was really beautiful, kind of dark at some places. Not gonna lie. Man, at some point I'd like to rewatch that first movie. Like to rewatch it together with my sister because she also had that phase later after me, and she was watching those movies then. When I was already a teenager and therefore I hated all of that stuff, which is like, why was I so dumb about this? But yeah, that was one of the plushes that had a bit of a story behind them, and it would be nice to actually be able to show it off and still have it, but oh well. I mean, some other kid enjoys it instead of me. And that's alright. And maybe it switched hands even several times already at this point. Who knows? I hope it's still being taken care of, even though it's quite old at this point. Who knows? Want to rewatch movies you loved as a kid? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Not just movies, but also series, like animes and stuff. Quite a lot of fun. But, like, sometimes it's also very cringy because, like, the things that you were into as a kid. Oh no, man. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, that little guy already has a lot of emotional value because, you know, it's made by Plip, who I consider as a friend, you know, and I watched that guy being made and learned a lot about seeing through him too, and yeah, it's special, very special, and he's also very well made, very high quality. Yeah. I definitely don't want to give that guy away at all. He's gonna stay with me. And if there's gonna be a kid who looks at him and really wants to have him, I'm gonna say, sorry, he's mine. He's mine. Doesn't matter. Don't care how old you are, don't care how adorable you find him. He's mine. You can't have him. Only one Absolotl in the whole world. Yes, that's right. That also makes him even more special. He's not like some kind of mass-produced little guy made in China or something like that. No, it's a lot of love. He was also made with a lot of love and care. I definitely see that too. Makes him even more special. Better move the chat a little bit. My mom, she's in her 50s and she just loves kids movies. I think it just brings her back into her childhood. When we want to hang out together, we just watch kids movies. That's cute. That's very nice. Yeah, my mom never was really into it. She watched those movies with me together because, you know, you do that as a mom. And as a kid, I always wanted to watch movies together with her and share these moments. And as a kid, I also rewatched those movies quite a lot. And it's understandable that she got sick of it at some point. She's not really into that sort of stuff. But that's alright. I mean, there are also a lot of other people that they can watch those movies together, like my sister. Or some friends. Yeah, I'm trying to think, but I don't think that I have any other plushy related stories. I had some cute ones. Like, one of the cutest ones that I still can remember was Simba and Lala plushies. Might even remember them because there were even TV ads about those, where they had like magnets in their noses, and so like if you put them together, they kind of like nose kiss, and this was really adorable. I don't know if we had those ads here in Europe or like in the German-speaking countries. I recently watched a stream from somebody who streamed a bunch of ads from the 90s and stuff like that, or the early 2000s. And then I saw that ad about these plushies, and I was so surprised about it because I had those, and I never saw that ad. I was so surprised that there is an actual ad about it. Yum yum. Well, I should get back to drawing. So. Okay. Gonna come back. Hmm? Move the camera back. This time. So, one last sketch. A little guy on a lily pad, just sitting. Just to be sure, I'm gonna look up lily pad and have some references. Okay. So that sketch is a little bit too large. Not tone it down just a little bit. I hope he will forgive me. So, meow meow. Flop down on the floor. Why won't you flop down on the couch? Okay. Another Bob, yeah. And Popsky, that's right. By the way, I can totally recommend Popsky too. Not just his music, but also as a real chill streamer. He's just a very chill dude in general. He provides so much really good DMC free music. A lot of times also often for free, which is really cool of him. Check him out. You can see the name up there. Not so sure what kind of expression I want to give the little guy. Maybe like a oh face. Ah, that's also a cute idea. I was planning on just letting him chill out, but that's also very cute. Let's see, let's see. Also, what I haven't been doing this whole time was flipping. This is one of those things I still should get used to do more often. Like, you immediately see there are some things wrong. The head shape over here. That one is actually fine. That one also for the most part. I actually didn't screw up too much. It's very surprising. Because normally when you flip it's like everything is horrible, everything sucks. Awesome. Well, alright. I'll try to make him a little wonky. Reminds me of the Tumblr thing. Twinkle, twinkle, freaking why can't I draw the other eye? That's a good one. Yeah, I can relate to that. Definitely can relate. Also, I've been thinking about maybe trying to invent some other characters other than the little mink that I have as a mascot. Kind of like to widen the little animal family. And Absolotl, I would say, is an addition to it. Is like, I would consider him part of it already. I would like to make some more. Mostly just animal related. Maybe some animals that I made drawing tutorials of. But I don't know. Because I definitely enjoy drawing these cute characters, cutesy characters quite a lot. Minkeepers. I have some ideas. Not really, but I also haven't been really thinking about it too much. I don't know. We'll see. It would be probably more something that I can do when I finally get to the point where, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, getting views and being super efficient and blah blah, but I can just have fun at that point and just make characters and make silly videos and stuff and don't have to care too much. Wouldn't it be nice to get to that point? But oh well. Why can't I get this freaking head shape right? Ah, go away. Try this again. It's definitely fun to draw cute characters, for sure. Not only because, well, they're cute and funny as characters themselves, but also it doesn't involve so much freaking time and effort to draw them. They're constructed out of simple shapes, like this little guy here. It's just an oval, like the little football shape for the head, and the body is also very simple with this kind of like triangular shape, sort of. The stubby feet and legs. A duck, yeah. I mean, Lucid here, I'm pretty sure would approve of it. A duck would be cute. And there are a lot of animals that I really love. What are your favorite animals, by the way? I'm not asking for the one favorite animal because I understand it's very hard to choose. There are a lot of fantastic and adorable and beautiful animals out there. But like what? A couple of them maybe. Like what would be at the top for you? Peacocks. Ooh. Peacocks sound cool, but also complicated to draw, probably. That's the only problem. There are a lot of animals to choose from, for sure. Like cats, yeah. Your name suggests this already. Suggests it already. And take a wild guess. Yeah, Lucid. Ducks and cats. And yeah. I usually like roast chicken, but sometimes I got the Chinese barbecue. Not exactly what I was asking. But sure. Also good to know. Having a roast chicken or something like that as a mascot though? Bit weird. Birds are also really fun. Yeah, definitely. It's just that I am not familiar with drawing birds at all. So yeah, this is also what I said. Part of the reason why I probably would suggest would prefer animals that already made drawing tutorials of is I know how to draw them. I know how they're shaped and stuff. And so I can easily simplify it to some kind of cartoonish character. Whereas with birds, I don't know. I would struggle a bit more with those. Well, we'll see in the future. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff to them, yeah. Birds are not the easiest to draw. All the feathers and stuff. I already struggle with fur a lot. Even though I already made drawing tutorials of a lot of furry animals, like wolves and cats. And I mean, yeah, that's about it. And yeah, also minks, which then I realized were actually ermines later. Those are some old videos. There's a chicken restaurant here called St. Hubert's that has a chicken as a mascot. I always wonder about that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, wonderful. Here is the thing that you eat before it was slaughtered. There you go. I mean, it sounds cruel, but yeah, it's just how it is. Haven't drawn birds either. What about a fox as a mascot? Yeah, that also sounds very cute. Foxes are also some animals that I want to make a drawing tutorial of at some point. Actually, this reminds me, there is a restaurant close to where I am that serves ostrich. It's very tender, even more tender than filet mignon. Ostrich, alright. I think ostriches are not endangered, right? Are there even something like ostrich farms or something like that? I have no idea. Oh, now I also realize I forgot the tail. I totally forgot the tail on the other. How even could I? How dare I? What's the shape again? It's the other way curved. How dare I? Yes, how awful. I mean, seriously. It happens to me all the freaking time that I forget to draw the tail, no matter what kind of character or animal I draw. It's ridiculous. Why am I like that? So, let's also make that tail stick out a little bit. It's both the tail and the whiskers, if the animal has whiskers, are the two things that I regularly forget, and they're so important still. Thank you, Cat. Definitely enjoy making cute drawings a lot. I would love to do that more often. Tail's definitely bigger. Oh! Oh dear. A Moor! Ah! Oh jeez! Oh gosh! Oh no. Here it comes. Thank you for the host, Omor. So glad to see you. I'm so sorry to have missed your first stream in... How long was it? A couple of months for sure. It's such a bummer. I knew that you were streaming today, but I didn't know when, and I hope that I could maybe raid you later and catch a little bit of your stream. It's too bad. But I'm really thankful for your host. How are you doing? How was your stream? All of these Yoshis. Was it the first time that you saw that the alert. I don't know. Maybe it was. I hope you liked it. Thank you, Lucid. I put a lot of work into it, for sure. But yeah, it's a silly thing. Pretty good. I made a nice drawing. Oh, I didn't mean for the bird to come out. Luffy though. Ooh, you made a drawing stream. Ah, I'm even sadder now that I missed it. But it's fine. I'm gonna watch a little bit of the VOD. Definitely want to see how your drawings turned out. And how was it? Did you enjoy drawing during a stream? Was it nice? Was it chill? I'm sure the others were also very happy to see you back. It's going alright here. It's so during this stream, to explain what I'm doing, let me move this a little bit. Maybe you can see it there. So I have this little guy here, a little plush, and he is called Absolotl, the axolotl. I know it's a bit confusing to say. I won that little guy in a raffle of another streamer who makes plushies and knits and makes dresses and all sorts of stuff. And she's very lovely. She's called Plip Zeus. Definitely can recommend her stream too. And yeah, so I got that little guy a couple of weeks earlier. And ever since then I wanted to make a drawing stream just to make some fun little sketches, and that's it. That's the whole story. I got a cute plush, I want to draw the cute plush. Pretty simple. So yeah, we got just him hanging out. It's a little bit hard to balance because his belly is quite round. Just cute, and the tail. Very cute. Yeah, so him just lying around. This was just the first one, just to figure out how to draw the little guy, especially the face. And then doing a little dance. And then Absolotl, he got Absolotl. Get it? Or the absolute ruler. It's just he rules everything. You don't mess with him. He is a bit of a dictator, but a good one. You know, you don't question his authority. That's all. All right. And those two were suggestions from Lucid here. And chill, relaxing in a little bucket, and then him just being a little bit wonky on the lily pad, and I'm still trying to figure out how to draw that one. Who would question such a cute little face? Yeah, I mean that's how he got into that position in the first place. Just him being cute, and then he turned into him having all the power. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun to draw the little guy, for sure. I'm gonna put it back. And Kitty's gone. There. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit over here because it's not the easiest kind of pose to draw, but we're getting there. And also for everybody who is new here, Well, no, first of all, for everybody who doesn't know Armour, you should just definitely check out her streams too. She has been taking a bit of a longer break, but seems like she is really getting back into to streaming, and it's definitely good to see. She streams a lot of retro games, and very enjoyable to watch for sure. But also she has been doing some piano streams in the past, some music streams, which were very lovely. And today was, I think it was the first drawing stream, right? Like you haven't done an art stream before. So quite a variety, so definitely check out Amur. Very chill streams, always very nice to hang out there. Very wholesome. And yeah, so for everybody who's new here and doesn't know me, I'm Mink. Mink Drawing Researcher, quite a long name, quite... doesn't really roll off the tongue, but oh well. It's still very descriptive of what I'm doing. I'm making primarily drawing tutorials on YouTube. And some other art-related videos over there too. And yeah, that's mainly what I do. I try to figure out how to draw stuff and trying to do a lot of research. More research that you would normally do. And then I'm gonna share what I learned. That's what I do. But today I'm doing something different and just having some fun drawing this cute little guy. And yeah, that's about it. And during other streams, sometimes I do some speed paintings or draw emotes. Or some other kind of stuff, like some studies maybe. Every now and then I also do gaming streams, although recently less so because I'm trying to be productive, and streaming is a good way for me to be productive too. I don't know, there's something about this drawing that just doesn't seem right. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on that one drawing. I'm trying to get this done. I'm not planning on rendering those sketches today. Maybe at some point. Maybe I'll stream it. Or I do it off stream. We'll see. I've been on the wrong layer. Here we go. Yeah, so before the raid, we've been talking about just simply about animals. What are your favorite animals? Not necessarily your favorite animals to eat. I know. What kind of animals are up there? I know it's hard to choose. Oh, yes. Oh. Ah. Now you get it. Now it makes sense. Yeah, I should have been a bit more, a bit clearer about it. I'm sorry. Actually, Lily Pad is just not really working out for me. It should have a bit of a bend, like it's sinking in a little bit where it stands. Foxes, red pandas, otters, ducks, geckos, they're all cute. Yeah, that's a very good list. I mean, any sort of animal list I would deem a good list. As long as it's not like, I don't know, wasps and moths and those kind of insects. And I would not really approve of that. You still can have your own preferences, of course, but otters are also one of my absolute favorites for sure. They're just so quirky and funny and playful. It's just so much fun to watch videos of them. Like, watching them just always cheers you up. They're fantastic creatures. So I think I'm getting close to being done here. Oh. I don't know, there's something I'm still not quite happy about it. It's just... the beat of this song. Oh, thank you. That surely means a lot to me, considering that I made it. You probably noticed, and that's why you wrote that compliment. You didn't actually notice that. Making more music is definitely something I really want to do again. It's just, it takes so much time. It's just so much effort for me because I'm not trained in music theory at all. And so it's just a really long, tedious process for me. I have melodies in my head that sound good. But you know, translating them into actual notes in the program and balancing it and putting filters on everything and stuff like that is not trivial. You can have a good sounding melody in your head, but the melody alone is not enough most of the time. You have to make it harmonized with other instruments too, otherwise it sounds boring if it's just a melody. Nah. But I still enjoy it a lot because it's something so special if you made music yourself and you actually use it on your stuff, like streams and videos. It's not just about avoiding copyright strikes and the like. Thank you, Lucid. Yeah, it's not easy. I actually tried learning music theory, but it just doesn't really stick with me for some reason. The process of making music for me is not really something that is very methodical, but just more feeling based. Like I just feel whether or not it sounds right or not. And just, yeah, that's just how I try to figure it out. To varying degrees of success, of course. And a similar experience, to be honest. I had guitar lessons when I was young, but I don't think I took much away from it. Ah, I see. And maybe it was also because your teacher was not very good at teaching. That could also still be a possibility. But you always had an interest in music. Oh, I see. Have you tried giving it another try at some later point? Like maybe try to look up some YouTube videos of tutorials how to play guitar or some other kind of instrument. Like I, for example, watched a lot of YouTube tutorials about not just music theory, but also how to play the piano, because piano is basically my main instrument that I practiced a lot in the past, but mostly just by memorizing songs and just gaining the muscle memory and playing them like that. That's how I played. I had no idea how to play from the sheet music or something like that, or how to improvise, like you have a melody in your head and then you can just translate it into the onto the keys of the piano. No freaking idea. When I hear a note, I have no idea what note it actually is. And I also had an app. And it's actually a very good app that gave you exercises for listening to certain notes or certain harmonies, and that are like a certain amount of half tones apart from each other, and you were supposed to guess, now is it like 3 or 4 or 5 half tones apart from each other, like what kind of note combination has been played. And to some degree I was okay at that, and then once it got a little bit more complex, it was like an immediate wall for me that I just was not able to get past. Those exercises, I was not able to do any progress in them. And maybe I would have been able to overcome that wall at some point if I would have practiced like way more months or even years with that app. But it's just so much time commitment for something that is not that important to me, in terms also for my work and stuff. So I gave it up at some point, even though it was a good app, but it's just, yeah, not for me. My teacher was awesome, but I think it was just the nature of learning something like that. I see. I've occasionally arranged a few covers of tunes I heard in video games. Sometimes I make the sketch equivalent of an original song. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. But then I have no idea how to bring it forward. Yeah, making music is definitely not easy, for sure. One thing that I definitely should get used to, like, should remind myself of, is that when I make music, I should take it easy and not make it too complicated. This is a trap that a lot of beginners fall into when they compose music, is that they think they have to make it complex in order to make it good and unique. And repetition is something to avoid and stuff like that. But that's not how it actually works. Sometimes, like a lot of times actually, simplicity is actually better. When you have, like, for example, a bass line that repeats over and over and over again over like even minutes, that's fine. That's actually fine. If you have a catchy melody that plays over it, then that can totally work, and you don't have to make it super complex and have to change everything every few seconds. That's just overkill. And I really have to remind myself of that, because I really tend to fall into the trap of having to add a lot of instruments and always change it up, always put new notes into it, and I don't want to repeat it too often, because I worry people get bored of it, or they feel like, this is just really repetitive, it's really bad. I'm alright with identifying nodes here, but that's just because I have Synthesia. Ah yeah, that certainly helps. I envy you a little bit for that. Daft Punk made a theory out of being repetitively unrepetitive. That is true. That is true. Important is that it's catchy and also that it's not straight up copied from something. Like you should have at least some originality to it. Like being inspired by stuff is of course fine, but just straight up copying sections and like whole songs is like if you listen real hard you can hear them changing something every 8 bars. Yeah. Subtle changes can mix it up enough for it to not feel too repetitive. For sure. Remember someone asked to listen to Daft Punk's Alive 2007. Also reminds me, I haven't been drinking this whole stream. It's not very good. Also for how long have I been streaming? I normally don't really have anything in front of me that tells me that. Okay, over 3 hours. The time flew by. Yeah. At the beginning I felt so tired and I was thinking like at most maybe 2 hours or something like that and I'm gonna be done. And then I just kept on talking and talking. I definitely noticed that my favorite part of streaming is just talking a lot. Like I could also just do a just talking stream and I would really enjoy that. I do understand that it's not the most interesting and people want to watch me draw, and I as a person am not very charismatic in that sort of sense, and just me talking isn't really not very viable as a stream idea. But you know, like if you actually count how much time I spent actually drawing during this stream, it's like maybe half of the time that I have been streaming. I get very easily distracted with the topics that we're talking about, but it's again, it's a good thing. I really enjoy that. The Mink talk show. Yeah, it's just that I'm not very good at talking and being able to keep up conversations and changing the topic all the time, and like having people in the chat talking to me definitely helps. Had so many great friends on Twitch. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. It's such a strong contrast, YouTube and Twitch, and have been making YouTube videos for several years already. But streaming wise, I mean, I also have been streaming for a while, but in terms of size, like my stream is kind of nothing. Like it's just a few people that follow me, and even less so that actually regularly show up. the people that do regularly show up, I'm very thankful for, and I always love seeing you. But yeah, it's just only a few are actually there. Whereas I have way more followers on YouTube. But the sense of community and being able to find people and talk to people, find common interests, find friends, it's so much stronger on Twitch. It's so much easier. It's just... YouTube just feels like consuming. You consume entertainment, you consume knowledge. And cats. And cats. Not in that way, just cats being cute. Okay? Not the other consume way. But yeah. Whereas, well, with Twitch is also... Twitch is, on the other hand, is like very colorful. And if you are more on the side of like small streamers, or like creative streamers and stuff like that, then the community is really strong. And you can find so many lovely people to talk to and make friends with. I love it a lot. Even though I'm a very small streamer, I actually found so much more friends through Twitch than I did with YouTube. For YouTube it was like maybe 2 people. That's about it, whereas with Twitch way more. So yeah. So, I think I'm pretty much done here with this sketch. Don't know what else I could really add to that. I mean, it still seems kind of wrong to me, but I don't know what exactly, and it's just, let's call it. So, there we go. These are the drawings. It was a lot of fun drawing them. Sorry. Surprise burp. So. Thank you again, Lucid, for these 2 suggestions at the end here. Very cute ideas. Oh yeah, so make these parts dark. Yeah, I really enjoyed it quite a lot. It's nice to not just do studies, like just drawing clouds over and over again. I enjoy drawing clouds, but at some point you wanna do something else. You really wanna do something else. Yeah. So which one is your favorite? What would you say would be your favorite, everybody? For me, I would say probably the bucket version. Taking a little bath, just relaxing. It's cute. Ah, yes, you complain. I'm sorry, kitty. How dare I drop my pen? Yes. Ever see the bucket? Bucket-a-lotl. It's very chill. Yeah. The lily pad one. Oh, it's also nice. They're all cute. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, but I should call it because it's getting late and I really should just sleep. I'm sure that once I stop the stream, the tiredness will come back and overwhelm me. Yeah. Still not exactly sure if I will do actual outlining and coloring for these drawings or I'm just gonna leave them as sketches. We'll see. As always, I don't have a streaming schedule. If you want to know when I'm gonna stream, I normally try to announce it on my Discord channel, and I also post notifications over there and on Twitter. So those are the places to get updates from. If I can find the links down below. Other than that, yeah, we'll see what I'm gonna do next stream. It will just depend on what I feel like. Thank you for coming. Also thank you again, Amor, for the host. I don't know if you're still here. But yeah, it was definitely nice seeing you again and seeing that you're back to streaming. It's definitely lovely to see, and I hope there will be more and that I will also be able to catch myself. Yeah. Other than that, I wish you... Oh no. This time, I'm not gonna forget. Let's see if there's somebody we could raid, maybe. Where is... There we go. Ah, yeah. There's one dude. Maybe? Yeah, let's raid this guy. Okay, so let's see. So if you're on the YouTube side and you want to join the stream, please come over to Twitch. We're gonna start the stream start the raid very soon. Actually, right now. We're gonna raid Offer Blues. He's a very chill dude. He plays a lot of retro games, puzzle games. Has been a speedrunner of a lot of terrible games in the past, and now he's more of a variety streamer, and it's always very chill to hang out there. The chat especially is very, very, very cool. They have a cool attitude for sure. It's fun to hang around there. So yeah, that's it for me. Hope you're gonna have a lovely night or evening or day or whatever it is right now at your part in the world, and hope to see you next time. So, Kitty is collapsed on the floor. Oh well, you can see the tail over there a little bit. Alright then, bye.